Morning. Thank you for clicking on the video. Back at the camp today. It's been a long time since I've been up here. I've had a bit of overtime at work, kids, general life, you know how it is. So yeah, back up here. I've got here, it's 10 o'clock now I think it is. Yeah, about 10 o'clock. I'm here till tomorrow afternoon as well. So yeah, I'm here for a long while today. Tonight and tomorrow. The main task of today is to do a practice run of the roof. I've got my DD tarp with me, 3 meters by 3 meters, which covers 10 foot by 10 foot sort of space. That's not 10 foot up there, so it's going to be fun trying to jig it around. I'm hopefully going to cut the back of the shelter off so the logs are all even, so I can tuck the tarp behind there. I have brought a tent with me today because it's meant to rain a little bit and I haven't done the sides yet, so there's a lot of work to do today. But obviously just being up here, being away from society, being away from life, it's peaceful. It really is nice already. So yeah, as you can see, it's all still here, it's all still standing here. I have put a couple of additional roof struts in, that one and that one. Now that's purely because if I do put a tarp up the top, I don't want to have a big puddle of rain underneath me, you know, above me, sorry. So I put those, so hopefully it'll help it to run off. So yeah, today's missions is going to be putting the tarp up, DD tarp. It's going to be temporary. I'm not leaving it up there because it was expensive, but I'm going to put it up there temporary just for today. So I've got the shelter just in case the rain does come. And then in addition to that, I normally bring my raised fire pit. You might have seen it before with the silver legs. But I'm going to go for a fire pit today. I'm going to build one. You know, a lot of people say leave no trace, which I completely agree with. However, I left a trace. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the fire pit. I'm going to have that just down here so I can sit on the raised bed, enjoy the fire. I've got some chicken drumsticks to cook later and some rice. It's nice and simple, just chicken and rice. And you've probably noticed, I don't know if you can see it, down there, a couple bottles of red wine. I probably won't get through both of them, but yeah, since I'm up here for a while, I thought if I get everything done nice and early, I could sit and have a drink nice and early and relax. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you along for the journey again today, see how we get on. So it's going to be camp build and overnight at the camp as well, which I'm really excited for. So yeah, as I said, thank you for clicking on the video. Let's see how we go on, shall we? Right, so as you can see behind me, giving the back wall a bit of a haircut, and in doing so I've got covered in sawdust. It's in my hair, it's in my beard, it's in my eyes, everywhere. However, it looks a lot better and it's going to be a lot easier to tuck the tarp down the side of that now. So I'm going to get the other roof struts that I've got over here. These ones here, what these are going to do, I'm going to go up there and lash it there, another one there, another one there, and then put the tarp up. And then if it does rain, which doesn't look like it's going to, it's nice and sunny today, but if it does rain, then I'll remain somewhat dry. So let's crack on with that, see how we go on. Right, so as you can see behind me, I've got the roof done. I've lashed in there, up there as well, so it's nice and sturdy. It's got some bounce to it, but that's the wood, not a major issue. You know, if it gets too bouncy or this log fails in some way, I can just reconstruct it, so that's not a problem. Right, the next step is to get the tarp up over the top and down the sides so that it keeps me nice and dry. I don't know how this is going to go because it's a big old tarp, but as with everything, it's trial and error. So DD tarp, this is the 3 meters by 3 meters. Superb tarp, well worth the money. I was going to get a bigger one, but I didn't think that I would need a bigger one, but now that I've built this, I feel like I need the bigger one, but still, got this one to make do with. It's 10 foot by 10 foot coverage, as I said earlier. I think it's 5,000 hydrostatic head. So it basically means if you've got 5,000 millimeters, which I'm crap at sort of measurements and stuff, so I don't know what that translates to, centimeters, whatever. Yeah, 5,000 millimeters. So that basically means if you've got 5,000 millimeters of water on top of this tarp at one given time, it will start to come through. But to be honest with you, even if the heaviest of rain, I can't see 5,000 millimeters of rain coming down at one time in a 3 meters by 3 meter square. So it does the job. It's perfectly waterproof. I've used it plenty of times. Still smells like the last time I used it. Campfire, because I have the campfire quite close to the tarp, you see. A lot of people frown upon that, but it works for me. As long as you're sensible with the fire and you keep an eye on it, there's no problems. So let's get this up there, give ourselves a bit of a roof. the roof up. Really is a shame. That's going to be coming down tomorrow. I'm not leaving an expensive tarp up here, but it's a shame because other than a couple of gaps here and there, it's worked out really well. I mean, obviously I'm going to need to get a bigger tarp for the roof structure, but I've made it as tight as I can. And if it does rain, this whole area is going to be staying dry. So I'm really chuffed with it. It's worked out really well. I can actually hear rain starting to spit now. Wow, just in time. But yeah, that's the roof up. It gives you an idea of basically, you know, what I want to do with the final product to have the roof up. It's going to be a bigger tarp, I believe. It's going to have to be. This is 3 meters by 3 meters, and I didn't think it would cover, well, I thought it'd be overlapping the roof. Obviously it's the camp's bigger than I thought it was. I'll just show you around. So I've got paracord here. That's just going up to the back there. I'll cut that off in a minute. But that's just keeping this nice and tight because I've had to fold it over where the roof stops, which is here. I don't want it flapping all the way down here because that's where I'm going to have the fire, just down here. But using the tie points on the side of the tarp, I've lashed it on as a tie points on the roof, so I could get a little bit more head height if I wanted. But yeah, all I've done is just tucked it over around the back. That's going to stay there because it's sort of pinned in by the roof structure, unless we get gale force winds, which we're not supposed to have. But yeah, I am very, very chuffed with that. That sticks out a little bit more than the other two, so we'll have to chop that down at some point. But it's going to remain completely and utterly dry in there. So yeah, very, very happy. Need to get my firewood processed. Got a big pile of it down there ready to go. I mean, in all seriousness, I could actually sleep on the raised bed. Just the wind coming through, so I need to do the sides and the sides here as well, and then it'll be completely enclosed and away from any of the elements. But yeah, so far so good. It's coming along very, very nicely. I'm going to get the fire pit built next. That's going to be going just down here. Get the firewood processed. Then I am ready to go for the rest of the day. Very, very happy. It's surprising how much energy doing stuff like this takes up. You know, you don't realise until you start doing it. Got something new to try. One of these. This one is pasta bolognese. I've no idea what it's going to taste like. Apparently it serves one pasta bolognese. I've got to remove the oxygen something or other. Takes less than 10 minutes. Just add water, no cleanup. Let's give it a go, shall we? What we got? Right, let me just show you. Tells me to remove the oxygen packet thing. I'm guessing that keeps it nice and dry in there. So I've got to put my hand in there and try and find the oxygen packet. Well, it's going to be fun. Smells nice. I'm annoyed at the fact that I've got to try and find this. Oh, I think I found it. Do not eat. See, it says do not eat. It's got a picture of someone, a little happy person just there. Smiley face, seems to be eating it. Never mind. Right, I'll put that to one side. Get the water on the boil. I'll bring you back once I've added the water and stirred it continuously, apparently for 8 minutes, so we'll see. But I'm just grateful to have some food. I'm starving. Then after that, I think it's going to be cracking on with the fireplace, processing some firewood, and then to see where we're at, because those are the main things I wanted to get done. Excuse me, is the roof, the fireplace, well, fire pit, sorry, should I say, and processing the firewood ready for tonight. So yeah, I'm halfway there. I'll bring you back when the water's boiling and I've added it to that. We'll see how we go. Let's give it a go. Hopefully I won't burn myself. That's not bad. It's very tomatoey, but overall, for what it is and the price, it's not bad at all. It's nice. It's one of the things I never tried, is the dried food, MREs, that side of things. I am looking to get into the MREs because it's a lot easier than carrying, you know, half the kitchen up. So yeah, first time having one of these, I'm quite surprised. It's no different from one of those sort of pot things you'd get from your local supermarket, you know, pot noodles, cup of soup, that sort of esque. But yeah, it's very filling. And considering it was dried and all I've done is add water to it, it tastes very similar to sort of home cooked food, you know. I think if you are going to have one of these, you know, a couple of bits, like a bit of spice, other flavourings, seasoning, whatever you like, wouldn't go amiss. But yeah, it's alright. I'm going to finish eating this. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me eat food. And then I think, like I said, it's going to get on with the fire pit, processing the firewood, try and find a location for the tent, although I am very tempted just to sleep on the raised bed. I'm just not sure how that would go. So yeah. Right, I'm going to eat the rest of this. I'll bring you back afterwards when we get the fire pit started. are ready to go for the evening. I've got all my firewood processed, so that's ready to go. You should normally start the fire after dark, but as we're coming into summer, the trees got quite a lot of leaves on them, and obviously I'm in the shelter, so the fire pit's just down there. I don't think it's going to be seen by anyone, so I may start it a touch early, just for the ambience. I've still got to set my tent up. I've brought my snug pack bunker, which I've used in previous videos. Still a brilliant tent, still love it. It's pretty windy. I was going to sleep on the raised bed, but I haven't done the sides of the shelter, and I really want to get those done before I actually try and sleep up here, because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night freezing cold, you know. So yeah, I've got to put the tent up, which takes 5-6 minutes tops. Then that's going to be ready to go. I just wanted to show you something that I bought with me. My new investment, Trekology UL 140. I have got the UL 80 as well. This is a UL 140. It's recently come out. It's much bigger than the UL 80. It's got an integrated pillow. It also has a foot pump as well, which works. Let's face it, it does work. There's a little flap or a cap on the foot pump, so you have to basically, when you press down on the pump with your foot, that cap closes and it doesn't suck the air back in. So it's a little bit annoying, but I bought some electrical tape, which I'm just going to tape that little cap open whilst I'm pumping it up. But this, I've slept on it 3-4 times now, a couple of times at home. It is by far the best sleeping mat I've ever had. I don't know about the R rating, but to be honest with you, with the thickness of it, I think it's about 10 centimeters thick. I might be wrong. But yeah, check it out on Amazon. That's where I got it from. Check it out on YouTube. There's a couple of reviews out there. But yeah, by far one of the best sleeping mats I've ever bought. People are going on about the weight and the fact that it's difficult to get back in its bag. It's quite tight. But you know, if you prep it properly when you're folding it up, lay it out flat, get all the air out, fold the sides up, you know, really take care and take time to fold it up, it goes in there no problems. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sleeping on that tonight. It's going to be lovely and comfortable. I also normally bring my Army surplus Arctic sleeping bag, but that's really heavy, to be honest with you. It's like 2.5 kilograms, 3 kilograms, just on its own, just a sleeping bag, which is good. You know, the last time I come up here it was snowing, so to have that Arctic sleeping bag was a godsend, because it was bloody cold. Whereas tonight it's going to be a little bit windy, but it's not going to be cold. So that's why I've gone with just a bog standard. I mean, I don't even know where the sleeping bag, like the make of the sleeping bag. Let's see if I can find it in here. It's a rectangle sleeping bag. That. Never even heard of them before. Let's see what we got. It's 190T polyester. It's hollow cotton filling. The weight is only 1.35 kilograms. The comfort temperature is 10 to 20 degrees. The extreme temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. It's going to be about 9-10 tonight. I've got thermals on as well, so I don't think I'm going to be cold. To be honest, even with that cold weather we had when I come up here with the snow, I wasn't that cold. So this would be perfect for tonight. That with the Trekology UL 140, I don't think I'm going to have any problems with the comfort side of things tonight. But yeah, definitely, I can't recommend this highly enough, honestly. Get yourself one. I think they're 50 quid, 60 quid off of Amazon. I don't know. I can't remember, my memory is awful. But yeah, definitely invest in one of these. They say it's more of a summertime kind of sleeping mat. But I mean, like I say, I've slept on it a couple of times. About a month ago I went camping to a campsite with a friend of mine. Didn't do any filming because it was more of a relaxation one, you know, just light a fire and have a drink. But I use this, and honestly it's the most comfortable sleeping mat I've ever slept on. And I would say it is, I would prefer to sleep on this rather than my bed. I know it's a long shot to say that, but honestly, get yourself one. So yeah, I'm gonna go and set up the tent, get the sleep system all set up so I'm ready to go. That way I can light the fire, get the dinner on the go, and I might even open the wine. I mean, it's got to be 6 o'clock summer in the world, isn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll bring you back once the tent's up. We've got the fire going, and we'll go into the evening. So here's the sleeping mat. As I said, it's quite large. The thickness is quite thick as well. It's got the integrated pillow. The pump system's down here. That's the flap that I was telling you about, and basically there's a sponge in there and you press down, it expels air, sucks in air. But that flap does have a tendency to close. So to get around that, all I've used is a little bit of electrical tape that open, and then you get to this. Now I've chosen to do it outside the tent because there's not much room inside the tent to stand up and pump it. My roll mat is underneath this as well, so it's not just on the sharp bits and pieces of wood and stuff, although it is a very thick material. It also has a valve at the top that, same as the UL80, you can add additional air to it. So what I do is I get it to this sort of sponginess, so it's not too much air for me to blow up, and then when I get it in there inside the tent, that's when I tend to blow up to its maximum capacity, so it's nice and firm for me to sleep on. But as I say, I mean, as you can see, the size of it is phenomenal, and the comfort, it's literally like sleeping on a really hard bed, which is what I prefer for my back. So yeah, I'm gonna get this in there, get the roll mat set up, and that's the tent and the sleep system ready to go. The other thing that I've brought with me is again from Trekology. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, just think they've got some really good products. Sleeping mat, as I've just shown you, is all ready to go inside the tent. But I've also got Trekology pillow. Nice and simple, it's got the valve on the back. Make sure the button's up, that way the air doesn't come out. So 3 breaths, 3 blows. There you go. There is another Trekology pillow that's come out. I think it's called the Deluxe, I'm not sure. But that's got a bobble system on the back, so it stops it from sliding around on your sleeping mat or in your sleeping bag. This one just goes behind you. It's you can let some air out as well. Say it's too firm, which I have it quite soft considering. All you do is just press down the button, just a little bit, lets more air out. And obviously, if you want it firmer, you can just blow some more air in. Got my pillowcase. It's just for home comforts, really. So all I do is slip the pillow in there. It's like a tiny pillow, but it's enough, you know, if you're a side sleeper. Even if you sleep on your back, it's more than enough, especially with the integrated pillow from the sleeping mat. So yeah, that was only $12.99 off Amazon as well, so really good investment. I've used it every time I've gone camping, absolutely perfect. So yeah, really good material. It's not that sort of sticky, horrible, sort of sweaty material, it's quite nice. So yeah, grab one of those if you can. So yeah, it's a sleep system, that's all set up. And it's getting into sort of early evening now. I think it might be time to crack open the wine. Only a little bit. But yeah, I think it's time to crack open the wine and then think about getting the fire on the go. So the time now is about 6 o'clock. I know it's still daylight, but the temperature's dropped. So I need to get the fire started. This is the birch bark I was telling you about. Basically been drying it, stuffed it in this little pouch. So hopefully we can get this fire going. And then once it's got a bed of embers, I'll be able to put my grill across. I've got a bit more of a robust grill this time round, rather than one I had last time. As that fell apart, this one doesn't fall apart. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the fire started. Still quite windy, so it might be a challenge to get it going. And yes, I am cheating using a lighter. I haven't bought myself a ferro rod yet. That's next on the list of things to buy. A few twigs here to chuck on it. There's plenty of firewood ready to go for the evening. That's of course if I can get all this to start catching. The wood is relatively dry. I've kept it in my camp underneath the raised bed. Looks like it's struggling. Come along, little campfire. As I say, it's a little bit of a draft coming through as well. Chuck loads of birch bark on there. I do also need to be quite careful, as you can see. The tent is just over there. Last thing I want is any embers going over there. Apparently, according to the weather forecast, there shouldn't be that much wind tonight. It should die down. And the rain's just started as well. It's only light rain, but still. In hindsight, I probably should have done the side of the shelter. I can already feel the heat off of that, and it's very, very nice. Much welcomed heat. Well, that's definitely roaring. Hopefully the wind will die down. It's just gusts at the moment, but yeah, hopefully that'll subside. We'll be able to get a nice hot bed of embers ready to go for the chicken drumsticks later. I think I'm just going to monitor this this fire. It's quite close to the tarp. Tarp's just up there. I have had a couple of fires underneath the tarp, and there's never been too much of an issue because of the airflow. I should bring you back when the bed of embers is ready to go and get dinner on. Right, I've just tucked the chicken drumsticks on there. Got a nice bed of embers on the go. It's very, very smoky in this this little camp. I'm not gonna lie, it is burning my eyes quite considerably. You have to keep an eye on these chickens, make sure they're cooked proper, correctly. But yeah, I'm getting quite hungry now, so it's going to be quite nice to have those. But yeah, so far so good. It's getting a little bit darker now. Sun's starting to go down. Used up quite a bit of firewood already, which I didn't think I would. I can gather some more later if I need to. But yeah, chicken's on the go. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. I'll bring you back when it's ready to go, ready to eat. I'm gonna get that fire roaring again later, well into the evening. The red wine is flowing. It's very, very nice. So yeah, all well and all fine. Well, good morning. Last night was a very good night. Very good night. I was going to do some more filming, but if I'm completely honest with you, I wanted to enjoy the camp. I wanted to enjoy the ambience, the fire. So that's exactly what I did. The chicken was cooked to perfection, a little bit burnt in places, but I'd rather it be a little bit crispy than have salmonella. So it rained last night, as you can see from on the tent. I'll just show you little water droplets on the tent. I don't think it was heavy, it was kind of on and off, but I left my Bergen and a few other bits and pieces here under my shelter that I've built, all completely dry, which is, it's brilliant. There's no water running down the back at all, nothing at all. So that indicates to me that, at some point I'll be able to come up here, and if it does rain, I'll be able to stay nice and dry underneath this. Although I am taking this down, the top tarp I'm taking down, I will replace it with one that's not so expensive. Although it looks so nice up there, I don't really want to take it down. But it costs quite a bit of money, so it'd be foolish to leave it in the forest. But yeah, no, last night absolutely perfect. Really good night's sleep. The sleeping mat that I was telling you about, the UL 140, perfect night's sleep. Sleeping bag held up well as well. I didn't think it would. It was quite thin, but it did really well. So yeah, I haven't been up long. On a bit of a lay-in. Just enjoying the peace and quiet, to be honest with you. So yeah, apologies for not doing too much filming last night, but I'm sure we've all been there when you go camping. It gets to a point where you just want to sit and relax, and that was last night. So I've got the fire going again. I made myself some bacon sandwiches on my grill. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with those, and I'll bring you back once that's underway. It's nothing like waking up, having a bacon sandwich in the morning. Cup of tea, bacon sandwich. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. It's been a lot of fun making it, a lot of fun making the camp as well. And as I always say, it's to inspire people to get out and do it for yourselves. It's a very great sense of reward when you get out and you've been at one with the land, at one with nature. There's that pun again. But just building something, being out in the outdoors, doing something different. And the great thing is, once this is all completed, I can bring my kids up here. They've been up here a couple of times, they absolutely love it. But now it's got the roof on and everything else, it's like they call it the camp, which, by rights it is. But they absolutely love coming up here. And I love bringing them up here, it's real fun for them. And a lot of people ask me on my videos and on everything else whether I'm a little bit worried about my camp being discovered. And yeah, I am worried about it being discovered. But at the end of the day, it's in a public forest. I've chosen to put it here. If it does get discovered, I can only hope that the people that discover it decide that, if you want to sit up here and have a cup of tea, have something to eat, sit with your friends, that's absolutely fine. I really haven't got a problem with that, as long as you treat it with respect, tidy up after yourselves, things like that. But touch wood, has not been touched since I've been up here. So as far as I'm aware, I'm the only person that knows it's up here and it exists, which is absolutely perfect. But yeah, sorry I haven't posted a video in the last sort of couple of weeks. Been very busy with work. Just everyday life, kids, work, you know how it is. I've got a couple of new subscribers as well, thank you for subscribing. Actually, I've got to do a shout out. I don't normally do shout outs. But Lavu Wild Camper is a friend of mine that I work with. He primarily sort of kick-started the camping side of things for me, you know, a few bits and pieces, pots, pans, tents, various bits and pieces. And he's a very knowledgeable guy. He's got his own YouTube channel. It's called Lavu Wild Camper. You know, go and check that out. That's well worth a watch. The guy's got so much knowledge, it's unbelievable. He's got a hell of a lot of camping gear as well and experience. Almost like I've lost that bit of bacon then. But yeah, Lavu Wild Camper, go and check him out, go and check out his channel, give him a subscribe. Tell you what, that bacon smells absolutely lovely. Flame grilled bacon first thing in the morning. It's a shame I'm back at work tonight. I would have loved to have stayed up here for another night. I think I am going to have to do that soon. Come up here for 2-3 nights. Do a really long video. Would be very, very nice to be up here for that amount of time. I'm glad I brought this grill as well. I've had this grill for quite a while now and it's never ever let me down. It's quite lightweight. Obviously you just fold out the legs, put it over the fire. It gives you a nice sort of height from the flames and the fire to whatever it is you're cooking. Plus there's plenty of room to move around underneath to get more embers if you need them, more heat. It's a tad windy again today, as you can probably tell from the flames. But the structure of the camp is still going strong. Hasn't moved, nothing's come undone, nothing's flapped off during the night. Yeah, it's soon going to be time to pack up, which is a shame, but there you go, that's life. What I'll do is I'll get these bacon sandwiches consumed and then I'll bring you back once everything's all packed away and done and sign off. Right, that's everything packed away now. It's all in the Bergen behind me, which is going to be incredibly heavy, but should be lighter than it was yesterday considering, you know, things have been consumed out of it. Overall, it's been a really good night. Really pleased with the shelter. Now, you've probably noticed that it's quite dark still. That's because I have left the tarp up there, the DD tarp. That is a bit of a crazy decision. I will see how that goes. I've left it up there. It's a decision that I've made. I like the look of it up there. Touch wood, no one's going to find it. Touch wood, no one's going to take it. I am going to be getting another tarp, possibly a bigger one or the same size. But for now, I'm going to leave this up here. A lot of people watching this might think, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a like 50 quid tarp. So be it, you know. I'm really, really hopeful that it won't get found. The camp won't get found. Especially now that, obviously, like I said, the leaves are back on the trees and stuff. You know, you can't tell where this is. And You know, every time I've come up here, it hasn't been touched, no one's been near it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it up, come back the weekend, I think. So yeah, a couple of days. I'm going to come back up here with the kids, see if it's still up here, see if it's still going strong. I'm sure we're bound to have some rain in between that time. We'll see if it's remained as sturdy it has done last night. You know, there's quite a few gusts last night, gusts of wind, the rainfall. And like I say, everything where I am, completely dry. So, you know, if I were to get the side of the shelter done to stop the wind from blowing through, you know, I've built the shelter. It will then be near enough complete, and I'll be able to sleep on the raised bed, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, it's all been really, really good. Thank you for clicking on the video. Like I said earlier, thank you for watching it for this long, or just skipping to this point, whatever you've done. But yeah, no, it's been a really good one. Doing the camp, doing the roof, doing some camping. It's been really, really good. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will be hopefully posting a few more videos soon. Just as a case of finding the time to get out there and do it, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you again.